Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to be speaking a bit about something which has long been a demand. A demand in the sense that people have kept on asking me over a period of time as to how I switched over from a core procurement function to a different function, which is at the moment looking after projects, handling and making restaurants, making hotels, etc. It is a very far cry from the original path that I took, and many people wonder as to what made me move from the core procurement function into this function. Well, the reasons are many, and some of them are very personal, so I don't think I will talk a lot about it. But the one important factor which made me move from procurement to a more rounded of more holistic function is the need to understand how my talents could be exploited in our industry. It also struck me that in procurement, and especially purchasing, there is purchasing for hotels and restaurants. I mean, there is always a limit to which a procurement manager can go. In some larger organizations like big hotels and chain hotels, you may move up to maybe a general manager's position or even a VP's position, which I had initially started off with. But after that, there's nothing. I mean, you cannot really become a corporate VP very easily for procurement, and even if you do, the earnings are quite limited. So I realized very soon in my life that if I had to really move forward in my career, the best thing to do would be to shift my focus from core procurement to something else. So today I'll be speaking about a few points which I personally feel are very important for a person to move from a core procurement function to a more holistic function in the industry. These are my personal experiences. I don't expect that all of them will resonate with you, but I think if you take a piece of pen and paper and note down the points that I'm saying, it will really be useful for you if you are contemplating such a move. The first thing which is very important for a purchase manager to start the process of moving out from his core procurement function is learning and knowledge. Now, this cannot be emphasized more. I've often seen, and it really hurts me to say so, I've often seen procurement people asking for specifications or just posting on the group, can you please get me this, and there's just a photograph which they post. Now, they don't understand that if you don't know the product and you ask for it just because the housekeeping department or the maintenance department has told you just source this product, is not enough. You have to understand the product that you are sourcing. You have to take the pain of finding out what that product is all about, and the day you are able to challenge your maintenance head or your housekeeping head as to the availability of the product in terms of specifications that they are asking for, whereas you have sourced a product which is similar or which can be used at a cheaper source, you will be understood as a person who takes real interest in the job. And that can only be done if you do enough research into the product, understand the uses of the product, understand the specifications of the product, and then you look into the market. Even the vendors need that you contact will respect you more if you are able to talk specifications, if you are able to talk about what the product is all about and your expectations from the product. Therefore, do not limit your knowledge to only what you do on a day-to-day basis. You have to take the time out to learn about things which are used in your functions, in your hotels, in your organizations, to understand the specifications, to understand what it is used for and how it can be substituted. That's the first step. So learning, besides the product itself, you also have to start learning about things in general, how a hotel works, how a restaurant works, what are the functions of the various departments. This is most important. I, believe it or not, used to spend hours in other departments whenever I had the free time to see how they conducted their business, as to what they used to do. So I took pains to get into front office, to housekeeping, to laundry, each and every place to gather knowledge, to understand how they function. That really helped me in future when I moved from one function to another, to another, to another, to get the knowledge and the experience to be able to become a consultant as to what I'm doing today. All right. The second thing, which is very important, is how you network with people. So what happens very often with us is that we stick to our own circle of procurement people. We don't really move and we don't get in touch with people from other professions. Now you must understand something. If you limit your knowledge to a particular field, then you're literally limiting yourself to that function itself. You're not able to move out. You have to have a wide circle of people from other industries, from other functions, and to get their background knowledge, you have to really interact with them. So that's called networking in my language. And networking also helps you understand how the world is functioning besides your core function. So that's something which is the second step that you have to undertake when the thought process of moving out from your function is paramount in your mind. The third thing is flexibility. Now, which is very much linked to what I have been talking about. Flexibility means that you have to move from a core procurement function to other functions as well. So if you have cross training in other functions available in your organization, please take it. It is very, very important for you to understand, as I said earlier, the working of the different functions, the way things happen in other departments. The more you gain knowledge about them, the more you'll be confident and you'll be able to, take things forward in that particular field, so that you have an overall holistic knowledge about your industry. Another extremely important point is communication. Now, I understand that many of us are limited as far as our backgrounds are concerned in terms of understanding English or not having come from English background schools. But that frankly is not a limitation anymore. I mean, Hindi is widely spoken, it is widely understood, and also most of us in India fortunately have the opportunity of learning at least one or two extra languages. So don't worry about whether you can speak English or not, but the communication is not just speaking in English. Communication also means the ability to write proper emails, to be able to write letters, to be able to understand, read contracts thoroughly, and understand the clauses in it. So the more you gain knowledge in that particular field, the better it is for you. And communication means that you have to take the effort out and reach out to people. You have to talk to them. You have to really, even if you think you're not so confident initially, you have to start building up a confidence within yourself that you're able to speak to people easily, able to mix with people easily. This is something which many of you shy away from. Don't do that. Even if you make mistakes initially, it doesn't matter. People will respect you if you are trying to do something. But if you shy away from it, you will miss on a very, very great opportunity. The fifth thing that is important is keenness. So if you really want to do something in life, you have to be keen about it, right? And you have to understand that it is not just something will not fall into your lap. You have to really go and grab it. So always look out for business opportunities. Always look out for ways and means to increase your income. There is no shame in that. And the most important part is to move out of your shell and that well that you're inside and that gundi that you're inside, and try and come out of it, get into a wider world, because the world is very, very large. It has got so many other things beside your own function. So you need to really grab opportunities. There are opportunities, trust me. In Bombay specifically, I can tell you there are opportunities to the galore, but you have to be smart enough to catch hold of that. Last but not the least, hard work. There's no compromise on that. You just don't go to office every day and say, okay, I go to office at 8 o'clock and I come back at 10 o'clock. When will I get the time to really get into anything else? That's not an excuse, trust me. If you are really keen on furthering yourself, your career, your thought process, then you have to put in a lot of hard work. You have to study extra time. You have to put in extra time to do things that you want to do. Don't ever forget your passions and your the need for to indulge in your passions. Spend time on it. You have to find time for it, and do not stop till you are there. So it's very easy to stop and give up. Don't do that. Well, that's about it for the time being. I hope you're safe. Stay safe. Stay happy. All the best. Take care.